fast you going now?
I don't care, I'm having a baby.
105 miles an hour, you believe that?
The baby's coming, he's coming now.
All right, hold on.
Okay, but I think he might be stuck.
Grab on to something. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's a baby boy.
If there's anything else, if there's anything about unschooling that everyone should at least experience it once in their lives, is the ability to pause, stop, and slow down and focus on whatever you want to focus on for a year. I think everybody should have that moment for themselves. And some people say, well, we had that in COVID, but you got to be intentional about it. If you're intentional about it with it, then that's what you need. I remember when I first, years ago, I think I was like just coming out of college, and I remember people saying, oh, I'm going to take a gap year. Like, gap year? What is that? It's like, I mean, that's only something rich white people do.
I know, right?
And I think about it, I was like, yeah, I think everybody needs a gap year, but be intentional. Take the time to slow down, to figure out your pace, to get to zero, feel that nothing else matters. I know the huge thing is for political candidates, you know, they're saying, oh, we should pay for college and all this kind of stuff. No, pay for a gap year for every American. Shoot, I should run for president. Every American gets one paid gap year where you can do whatever you want. Anything you can imagine in the world, you can do it for 1 year. Allow yourself to deschool and get down to zero. But everybody needs that year, everyone, while you're still young enough to really change your course. I've said it a bunch of times and I'll say it again. 2020, that year, was one of the best years of my life because everything went so much slower and I absolutely loved it. And my relationships with my family got so much tighter. So now I recognize that a huge benefit of unschooling is slowing down, where we're not living in this fast-paced life. And I made a video about this. I think it's my best video, by the way. The YouTube algorithm doesn't agree.
How come you don't want me, man?
But we have gotten to a place where we've slowed down significantly. It almost went till we were literally at a stop, right? But now we can slowly pace ourselves and pick up speed in the direction where we want to go as a family. And I was speaking with my wife about this yesterday, and she was like, man, it feels so refreshing. Like, it feels like we're so in step in the purpose and the direction where we need to go. All these things that are happening in our lives, that's putting us in a better place for where we want to be. So now that compass isn't spinning as much anymore. Using this analogy, we're on this road, it's like the Autobahn, right? You know, where you can go as fast as you want. For safety purposes, you can't go on there going 35, 40 miles per hour. You got to go fast. So you're on this road and you're speeding, you know, going 80, 90, 100 miles per hour, right? On this road. We're put on this road as children. And then we wonder why so many children crash. Because we're forcing them to drive too fast, too early. So we're on this road. At some point, you hit 30, late 30s, 40s, shoot 50s, and you realize, I don't want to be on this road. But you can't stop, because if you stop, you're going to cause a major accident. And you don't recognize in time an exit where you can get off. So what do? You're just stuck on this road, going fast as you possibly can. Because you think, oh, if I just go faster, I'll be able to get to the next exit quicker. And that's what it feels like a lot of times in this life that we live. It feels like we're on this road going way too fast, way too early in our lives for way too long. And unschooling just allows us to turn off and make an exit. And that's the beauty about unschooling, is that we've been able to slow down to get off this road, to get on a path and a road that we feel like is more in line with our purpose.